Hi there, Taurus, and welcome back to Star Lotus Tarot. I'm going to be doing your tarot forecast from the 8th through to the 14th of October. I went ahead and pulled the cards, and shuffled them, pulled them, put them all on the table, and I'm going to turn them over. Step-by-step instructions, how to tarot read. Here we go. First card you have is the Moon in the upright. Next card you have is the High Priestess reversed, followed by Major Arcana Death in the upright. Holy, 3 Major Arcana so far. 4 Major Arcana. You have the Hanged Man upright. And lastly, Major Arcana, the Tower in reverse. Oh wow, you've got all 5 cards are Major Arcana, Taurus. Something intense is going on. What is going on here? Okay, I'm going to start interpreting this read for you. Okay, first of all, for your overall energy, you have Major Arcana, the Moon in the upright position. The Moon generally speaks of, can speak of intuition, it can speak of confusion, it can speak of not seeing something clearly. It's like maybe something has happened and just prior to this week, and has left you in a state of confusion. You're just not really sure what you think of what's happening. You're maybe trying to make sense. You're struggling to try to make sense of it, but it just seems to be leaving you in a state of confusion. Now, moving on, when we come into the week here, you have the energies of the High Priestess in the reverse position. This is another card that speaks of intuition. When it's in the upright, this is when we're listening to our intuition and tapping into it, which you would definitely need to do when dealing with a confusing situation. However, the card is reversed, indicating that you're not listening to your intuition about something. There's something you need to be tapping into, and I would say, especially with all the cards being Major Arcana, it's something maybe pretty important for you guys. Now, it's not going to resonate for all of you, but for the Tauruses that it does resonate for, this is some pretty intense energies, because for some reason you're not listening to your intuition on a matter, and it's leaving you in a state of confusion. But the Moon card is definitely asking you to tap into your intuition, and with the High Priestess being there, the ability is there, but for some reason either intuition is being blocked because maybe you've come up against a situation that you clearly just do not understand at all. And, you know, you're just having trouble making sense of it. Maybe you're trying to logically make sense of it when you need to be tapping into your intuition. Okay, moving on to the next card, Major Arcana again, Death in the upright position. This card is the card that represents transformation, major transformation. In some area of our life needs to transform, needs to sort of break down and begin again. And it's in the upright, so that's good. You're following that particular situation, but there seems to be a lot of confusion around this particular matter that needs to transform. It seems like there's a lot of confusion around it because there could be illusions, things maybe that you don't fully understand about what's happening here. Now, for some of you, this could be playing out in a relationship. For others of you, it could be playing out in a work situation or a financial situation or a family situation. But it's something that, an area of your life that needed to be concluded and rebuilt again. And it looks like it's happening next week, but there's a lot of confusion around it. That's all I can really say. Now, moving towards the weekend, you have the energies of the Hanged Man in the upright position. Now, the Hanged Man is sort of hanging there in suspense. Sometimes we just sort of need to keep still, especially maybe when you're dealing with something as confusing as this situation. Maybe you just feel the need to sort of keep still, go within, try to look at the situation maybe from another point of view, which is definitely something that I would recommend. Sometimes we need to look at things from another perspective when we can't figure out what's going on, or when something isn't making sense to us. Sometimes we just sort of need to stop and take a step back and figure it out. But there is definitely a call here for listening to your intuition. And perhaps you do, because going into the weekend, you have the energies of the Tower, but the Tower is reversed. Upright, it would have been like maybe the situation being so unclear and you not listening to your intuition could have led you into, a complete crumbling of a situation, or in some cases, an utter disaster. However, when the energies are reversed like this, it's almost like you came to a situation that almost crumbled. Maybe because of the fact that something was happening, this transformation was taking place, and you weren't really tapped into it, or maybe you weren't really ready for it, or you felt you weren't ready for it. But it looks like you take a step back towards the weekend of the 13th, 14th, and you sidestep what could have been pretty difficult, a difficult situation. The Tower is not always, it just depends. The Tower has many, many meanings. Sometimes it's just a matter of breaking down walls, like when it's in the upright position. Sometimes we need to break down walls, or it can represent breaking down of belief systems, things like that. So it could be that there's a need for you guys to break down a belief system come next weekend, or it could be that you take a step back to reevaluate the situation. Maybe you do get in touch with your intuition and figure out how to avert a situation that could have maybe gone south. But it's a very interesting reading here, Taurus. I don't often get all major arcana in a reading, so there's something pretty intense going on for some of you. I hope this reading helped you, and if it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment if this reading resonates with you, and let me know what's going on, because there's something pretty intense going on for some of you. Okay, well, take good care, Taurus, and try to have a good week. Bye.